In my mind, Schwab represents one of the most impressive, most remarkable turnarounds in business history. Moving from a negative 35% net promoter score, where more of your customers dislike you and want you to fail than promote you and want you to succeed, that's a difficult hole to climb out of. And with that 70-point swing in net promoter, it is, in my experience, the greatest success story to date.
They really have all of the HR levers involved. They changed the way they recruit, the way they train, the way they recognize people. All of these things that are really day-to-day reinforcements that this is the way we do business, the way we work.
One of the things I learned in watching Walt turn around this company is that there is a moral imperative that treating customers right, living up to the golden rule, creates an energy in an organization that lets it achieve and innovate and accomplish things that they could never do if they were motivated just purely by economics.
The way they've taken Net Promoter Score and they've made it their own, this whole idea of CPS, the Client Promoter Score, because it had to have the word client in it. It's been not just something that they talk about, not just some nifty initiative they have, but really just a way of life, a way of doing business.
There was a gentleman who called in to our service center on the phone, and he was having problems filling out a loan. He was under financial duress, and he admitted to her that he didn't know how to read. And what our rep did at that point was go to this individual's place of business, sit down with him, help him through the forms, get his loan, cover the emergency he had. I mean, that takes seeing the world through the client's eyes, the core of our strategy, but it also takes heart. This company has gone through 2 periods in the last 15 years where our economic model was put under tremendous stress. And this low rate environment has had at least as much impact, if not more, to our economic model than did the decline in commissions almost 15 years ago. But it's a vastly different response this time around. Because we not only have promoter score deep within our values and our beliefs, it's also core to our strategy. Do the right thing, follow the belief that if you serve clients in the way that you'd like to be served, they're going to want to do more business with you. And it enables us to take a little bit of a longer term view and have confidence in what we're doing.
One of the challenges that we have at Schwab is that we have a lot of employees in a lot of different locations, and anchoring to one set of beliefs and practices can be difficult to do. So we leverage a champions network, and these are folks that have a passion for client loyalty, who talk about the voice of the client, investments that we're making as an organization to make the experience better.
We get to share basically what's working for us, what's making raving fans, what's making clients happy, those stories that make a difference.
I received a call from a gentleman who was expecting a wire coming into his account that he was going to use to pay for a down payment on a new house. Through some other circumstances with his family, they had already previously sold their other house. Without this wire coming in, they would be without a home. It didn't come through due to some incorrect instructions on the wire because it can get a little tricky sometimes. So what I did is he gave me the other person's name, phone number, and we conferenced, connected all the information together, finally got the wire in. I mean, this guy would have been basically homeless without it. So it was just, it made me feel good to be able to, save his day and his family's.
6s and below are detractors. How we handle those is upper management will reach out to the advisors and clients on an individual basis and discuss the concern.
We have a closed loop process, which is incredibly important to make sure that whenever we hear something that we're sensitive to, that we go back and we talk with the clients, and there's an intimacy that gets built out of that.
We pick up the phone and say, hey, notice that, we didn't do something for you in the branch just right. Tell me about that. I have talked to clients who I've run into that, who are shocked that a manager of a branch would take the time to do that.
We've always been proud that we do the right things. Clients know that. We'll bring them along that financial journey of success. And again, we'll check in with them through our CPS. We've kind of gone back to the basics, and we really need to stick to our core values that we started with many, many years ago.
The majority of U.S. citizens do not trust financial services firms. What the promoter score does is it lays out a path. It's almost like guardrails, ensuring that as we move forward, we're doing everything within our power to be that trusted firm. Something as strong and heartfelt as promoter score, you can see it in people way beyond the numbers that show up on a piece of paper.